Inspired by the life of the savvy and ambitious Colombian businesswoman Griselda Blanco comes a new Netflix original limited series. Griselda tells the story of a devoted mother who, with her lethal blend of charm and relentless savagery, creates one of the most powerful cartels in history. Witness Sofia Vergara's captivating transformation into the godmother of the underworld. Griselda, streaming January 25th, only on Netflix.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have some very special guests. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Vivia Charles. I am a co-owner of Tru Jamaica, Waco.
And my name is Aniceto Charles Jr., and this is my mother, and I'm a co-owner of Tru Jamaica as well.
Yeah, so one of the first questions I'd like to start on is what brought you to Waco, or are you guys Waco natives?
No, we're not Waco natives, although me and my husband did live in Houston. That's where the kids were born. We went to Northern Virginia, and we've been there for the last 25 years.
Wow.
Yes. So our journey to Waco started really through divine guidance. Our children were now finishing college, grad school, and we were looking to go to some place a little quieter.
Yeah.
Because Northern Virginia had exploded, which was amazing.
Now Waco's exploding. Maybe it's just following you.
Of course, I have to say, through Chip and Joanna as well, played a part in that. But ultimately, divine guidance. And then my husband was on board, and the kids were on board, and we were like, they're on board. So this is, we're going to do this.
Yay.
And of course, because we had started a restaurant in Woodbridge, Virginia, when we started really looking at Waco, we were like, we need to bring a Jamaican restaurant to Waco.
Yeah.
And therein lied Aniceto's talents of really researching and doing what he does best, connecting with people. And we just jumped in, Google Earth and everything, and we landed here and just started trying to become a part of Waco, you know?
And you guys are very much so a part of Waco now.
Oh, thank you.
How long have you guys been here?
So I was the first to come. I think I've been here since, I don't know, early 2019?
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Pre-pandemic, the before times.
2018.
Oh, wow.
2018, yeah.
Okay.
May.
Time flies.
The
You blink your
before
eye.
times.
Yes, before COVID times. So I came and I essentially was looking. So I came back and forth between DC and here, looking for a place. Looked in Woodway, looked in here, I looked there, I looked in China Spring. And then on one of the visits that I brought Mom to look at a house in Woodway, we saw a new build that was kind of almost there. And we said, you know what, maybe that's what God is saying. You know, why go and try and fix a house, which we were kind of envisioning, because we're handy people.
Fixer-upper, hello.
Yes,
we
fixer
thought
upper.
we
Joanna.
were going to be part of the fixer-upper,
Yeah.
you know. We got
wanted-
lots of encouragement and thought, oh, yeah, maybe we should try that. But no.
God had a different plan.
Yeah.
God was like, hey, you're going to have a fixer-upper with this restaurant you're about to open up.
There you go.
And believe me, it was.
It was.
It was. Lord knows it was.
It was. It was a blessing to find that spot. You know, again, divine guidance and reassurance that this was the spot.
Yeah.
There were 3 palm trees
They're
out
dead now,
front. And we were like, that's it. This is our building.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so sweet.
It did take about almost a year, though,
Yeah.
with the help of Mr. Henry Harris, a local contractor here. I think Anastasia told me he was driving by, noticed him there, and he stopped and asked, "Are you gonna need some help with this?"
No, that's not what he said. So we were working. So essentially, I was kind of gathering people. So
Yeah.
I was working at Ernst and Young at the same time. You okay? I was working at Ernst and Young at the same time, and my schedule essentially was like 4 to about 11. It wasn't a schedule; it was more time that I'm open for meetings because I was doing project management. But essentially, I would work while I was working and work after I was working, and then I got some people to help me. And we were scraping floors and everything like that, and the floors had tile, vinyl, glue that was about this thick.
Oh no.
And we were scraping, and
Oof.
he drove by, he saw everything, and he was like, "You guys are gonna need some help. You guys
Yes.
don't know exactly what you're doing." So, after a good conversation, Pastor Henry Harris was like, "Hey, you know what? I can help you."
Aw.
So, me, Henry, and then a couple other people kind of did the lion's share of the work. From, I don't know, have you been to Tru Jamaica? Or okay, amen. Yeah, so everything that you see in there pretty much was done from scratch. The building, the cinder blocks.
We were talking about
good.
the mural before when
yeah.
we got started. I love the mural so much.
Yes. So cross your fingers and say a prayer that the murals on the inside
know,
are
that's
still
what we're
good.
talking.
Yes. Okay. But no, it was a blessing because, we it's not that we're prideful or anything like that, but sometimes it's hard for us to ask for help.
Yeah.
So sometimes God sends angels,
Yeah.
and those angels might be people in your lives or
Yeah.
people that you meet in your path. So,
And a lot of other business owners and entrepreneurs say the same thing. So, and our community just comes together and supports each other. So, it's never a bad thing to ask for help or be there. Just be there for somebody whenever you need it. So it's so fantastic. I know we're not here on the best of circumstances. So would you like to tell me the full, if you want to do a run through of events of what happened so we can catch up to date?
All right. So Thursday evening, essentially we went to a community meeting for the Northeast Riverside community. And essentially we finished the meeting. We had closed down the restaurant and everything like that, locked up, went home, and electrical fire accidentally started right to the entry of our kitchen. And all you see on the video cameras, because we have Ring, you just see a spark.
Oh no.
And then it kept sparking. And right below it, we have like our silverware and everything, and they just ignited.
Oh no.
And then it just raged and raged, and then more sparking led to all the electricity and it going out. But because our building is cinder block and there's only really 2 windows at the front, nobody could see what's going on in there. So the fire kind of raged on for a couple hours. And then our neighbor right down the street, God bless their souls, they smelled something, but they didn't see a fire.
Oh no.
So they looked at the window, and through the window you could see like a wave of.
And there's like a fire department right across the street too.
Hey, I'm very thankful for the fire department.
That's true,
One,
yes.
the fire department comes to eat.
Yes.
2, they ask for recipes.
Hey,
3,
there you go.
they're just good folks.
Exactly.
But they did do their due diligence. They tried not to do too much water because they wanted to save it and
preserve as much as possible.
Yeah. So, but they couldn't see. Nobody could see inside. So he smelled it, and then our neighbor smelled it, and then he was like, okay, I need to call somebody because I don't know for sure, but it looks like something's going on in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fantastic that someone was able to catch it.
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Finally, yeah.
But essentially everything inside the building is a total loss. It raged on. The fans, the TVs,
A lot of melted.
everything is melted. It looks like you know how you have ice and icicles come down and everything like that in the wintertime? Everything that's anything, it just melted.
It breaks my heart.
Yeah. So, and when I got on the scene, I think I got there around 1 or 2, because they called me. They called me like 70 times.
Oh no.
And I was asleep. I was deep in sleep. And I was studying, and then I went to sleep, and then I got up, and I was like, huh? And when I answered the phone, Mr. Charles, don't hang up.
Oh no.
And and his name is John, and he said, hey, your fire's on, your building's on fire. Please come down as soon as you can. Everything's gonna be okay. And as soon as I got up and put some water in my face to wake up, I made my way down there and I called mom and everything else. And, you know, I had to take a seat when I got there because there was a lot to take in. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a lot to take in, but we know God is good.
Yeah.
So.
And what was your reaction getting that call?
Well, right away, it's interesting. I didn't think anything big.
Yeah.
I thought maybe somebody sat outside because we have some picnic benches and maybe was doing something. Because I'm never overthinking things. But when I got there, yeah. And they had the back metal doors open. Firemen were on the roof.
Wow.
And I saw into the kitchen.
Oh, my goodness.
That like everything was black. And they were still with the water and pulling at the roof because I guess it was still smoldering.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some tears came.
I can imagine.
Tears came.
I can't imagine what that's like. And, you know, I saw your post. I guess it was literally the next day that you guys had posted.
Yeah, that morning because,
Yeah.
we gathered ourselves. We stayed there until the firemen were finished and kind of started their investigation. And when they were leaving, we left as well and went home and then came back early in the morning.
Oh, we stayed up until... Oh, I stayed up all day.
Wow.
Yeah. But we were reached out, the mayor reached out right away.
Aww.
And then
Shout
I
out
guess,
to her.
just a chain of people started. And then we went and met with Target Solutions.
Wow.
And they were Johnny on the spot. We realized that they were a good, solid company
Wow.
to go with, and they were there and ready to help. And they covered up the holes in the roof and kind of started a plan. We spoke with our insurance company, and they kind of started leading us on the journey that we were going to
Embark on.
Yeah.
And you said as of yesterday, the crews pretty much got everything out, right?
Yeah, almost everything is out, I think.
So all the tables, all the stuff in the front of the house is gone. They're still categorizing and itemizing everything. So the kitchen, they did most of the kitchen. Right now, they haven't done the appliances yet, but they're there now as we speak. So yeah, they're, how do you say, efficient.
That's good.
We're thankful.
And it's been, exactly a week now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy in 7 days how big of a turnover there's been. And again, how much of a community outpour for support there's been. I know Devin Lee recently made you guys a GoFundMe.
Yes, very thankful
so
to them.
tell me about that.
Well, first we're thankful to Devin and Jaja because they reached out right away once they heard. Jaja was like, hey, anything you need.
Yeah.
We were on the fence to do a GoFundMe because it's really not our way to ask for help, how I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
So, we kind of debated back and forth, me, my sister, and brother-in-law, mom, and my uncle. And then we're like, okay, Devin, if you could, because he reached out and said, hey, I could do this for you. He's never done a GoFundMe before. And he's like, hey, I got to research and
do it.
He's like, I got to make sure it's right for you guys.
Yeah.
So he did it, and, we're very thankful. And people can, if their spirit so calls them to do so, they can donate. And pretty much the funds are going to keep our staff intact because once everything is done and fixed, we don't know how much the insurance is going to cover. Yeah. So we're trying to keep our staff intact. So when we do open up, we still have our staff. So we're covering their salaries until that point.
That's fantastic. And she was telling me before, she's like, we got to go pay him tomorrow. So
yes, we do.
So that's just a blessing. And
it really
a
is.
lot of people can't do that.
And it being Christmas, there's so many ways to look at this whole situation. First of all, we're just continuing to be thankful.
Yeah.
First of all, that we were closed when this all happened.
Yeah.
Where I have to say thank you to our staff because, the year, and to many business people here in Waco and around the country, it's been a year of ups and downs, but our staff that we have has been ride or die.
Aww.
They have showed up, worked hard when we were, hit hard and, just busy. And yeah, so I'm so thankful to them. And, from the day we touched down here, we felt like community.
Oh.
We did.
Oh yeah.
We really did. People guided us. They were like, oh, wow. Y'all gonna open a Jamaican restaurant? Just let me know when you.
I know. I was excited. I was like, jerk chicken, fried plantains. Get me in on that. Okay.
So yeah, from we touched down here, but I think we came with the spirit that this is going to be our new home, our new community. That's really how we came here, and I encourage anyone that's coming here to come with that
mentality.
Yeah, with that mentality that, this is going to be my new community. But definitely through the years, I remember on opening day,
Oh wow.
I mean, the community really showed up and showed out.
So let's just say there was about 700 people,
Wow.
and the doors were.
And it started to rain.
And it started to rain, but they still waited outside. So we're thankful for that, and it was a day because
Yeah.
now
You guys got to do it all over again, right?
Yes.
Yes, God willing, just
grace of God.
better and better. And, as a business, you're always trying to seek out, what do you do next? How do you grow? How do you, continue to be a plus and a positive part of your community?
Yeah.
So even in this time, those things we're also thinking about,
Yeah. And that's fantastic. And especially with you guys being in East Waco, all the growth and development that's happening over there. Again, it's just so crazy to see how many people can come together and just help bolster you guys. And also you guys giving back to the community and how much you guys have done for just, gathering people. Feeding people was very important. What do they say? The way to a heart is through their stomach.
Yes. Yeah. So
I never understood that when I was young. I'd always be like, what do you mean? But I definitely agree. It is. It's a good feeling when, you feel good about what you just ate. It made you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now for a word from our sponsors.
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros Foes Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about bros and heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, this is Sarah,
And I'm Carter.
and this is Some of Our Thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
And now, back to the episode. Yeah, so what is one way that people can give back, or what is one way that how can people help you? That's what we want to know.
First of all, I'm going to say those that are spiritual, we continue to ask you for your prayers.
Yes.
Definitely, that's number one. And then, of course, we have a rebuilding process that hopefully will not be too long. And yes, like my son said, Devin set up the GoFundMe, and we appreciate just anything that you can give to us, but also just your encouragement.
Yeah,
we really that helps us, but we're also encouraged. Believe me. I'm now like cooking every day at home. Like I'm like, duh.
Wait a minute, I didn't have groceries at my house. I have the basics, but yeah, I'm cooking at home too. But just to echo what my mother said, I'm really just thankful because I guess I'm more of the person that's in front of the house, and I talk to everybody. My mother, I kind of put her out in the public as cute young lady.
Oh, yeah.
Shop dresser. And
she's adorable.
But my mother is somebody that people gravitate to.
Yeah.
So I always put her up front. But I've received, because I do the networking, and I've received close to, I think, 800 different texts.
Wow. And you got back to me so fast, too. I was surprised. I was like, I'm sure they're swamped. I'm sure they're so busy.
I feel bad.
No.
So I feel bad now. I haven't gotten back to everybody. I still have about 200 to respond to, but I, like yours was Instagram, and I was on Instagram at the time. Oh. But I still have some 200 texts, so if I haven't gotten back to you, please, I know you're not looking for me to rush, but we'll get back to you and appreciate everybody's love and thanks. The thing I'd echo is, yes, prayer first for sure. But after that, we're just going to ask for some directed prayers that the process goes smooth. There's no hiccups, and, the insurance can cover the lion's share of it. But we're really going to ask additionally that when we reopen, that everybody come out and support and say, hey, the place looks good. The food tastes better.
There you go. But yeah, that's fantastic. So normally with episodes like this, I like to start with what are some of your goals for 2023? So what is something you're actually looking forward to for 2023?
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. 2023.
Coming into a full new year.
Maybe some engagement plans. I know my mother would love to hear that.
So.
That's one. Two. Two is really number one. Continue to network and help when I can. Give advice where I can, and also listen to people. But continue to work on my faith journey.
Yeah.
But get back to business.
Yeah.
And we were thankful to the community, and then I don't know who's going to need help, and we want to pay it forward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really
so
my
sweet.
goal. So
you guys are fantastic.
Thank you.
And I think for me, I'll echo on what Anna said. No, I don't have any engagement plans.
Oh, wow.
But I'm looking forward to another amazing reopening.
Yes.
Yes.
But I think we're just gonna kind of look at and see any new recipes that we'll be able to bring on board.
Just keep cooking.
Yeah. And we'll be out in the community, you know, and just looking for an amazing new year.
Yeah.
And really just seeing what God continues to do.
Yeah.
Because really, I feel his hand on all of this.
Yeah.
I feel his hand here in Waco. I stay continually just excited about any new things that I hear that's happening in Waco. And yeah, that's my outlook for 2023. It's always positive regardless.
That's fantastic. And even, you know, with everything going on, you're just going day by day. And you guys have been such a shimmer of light, especially you. You have been a shining light today.
Thank you.
Even in all the darkness, you've still been able to look towards all the positive.
Yeah.
And that's something I feel like a lot of other business owners can relate to, and some other people can find inspiration from.
Hopefully.
So again, it's all about giving back to our community, and getting involved.
Showing up.
Yeah, showing up.
Yes.
Showing up is important. Voting with your presence, right?
Yes.
Being there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what is something you guys would like to see more of in the community?
Oh.
Thoughtful Hour with Tru Jamaica.
Wow. I mean, there's a lot of great things happening across Waco. Redevelopment, new developments, condos coming, schools being rebuilt. For me, I love art. I love nature. So I think that more nature and more, I don't know, the walkability of the city is very, very good. I think that we could use some more trees and plants because the treescape is really important. I mean, it's the beauty, one of the accents of the city.
I moved here specifically because there was trees and water. So
there you go.
Yeah.
But I think in addition to those two things, I think that Waco is working on a lot of different things. But I think, you know, we need to continue to raise small businesses.
Yeah.
Especially since, you know, a lot of people say, hey, COVID is done and everything like that. And I'm like, the effects are still lingering.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, we're in inflation, supply chain issues and everything like that. So I'm not trying to put down big chains or anything like that. But I think when we, as a community, continue to support small businesses, which is the backbone of the United States, then you're going to really engulf and say, hey, this is Waco. You're part of Waco. We're going to take care of you. And that's what they've shown us. And I think if we all continue to do that, that's going to be a blessing.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
And I'd really like to say to other small businesses that don't communicate with other businesses because what you're seeing right now, what's happening with our business is that everyone knows the situation that we're going through. So if you're a tiny little business, somehow you need to reach out so that others, your fellow business owners, knows that you are struggling in some area that you might need help. You might not have the knowledge in that area, but someone else in your business community does. So please, reach out. Let someone know, because it's only when someone else knows they actually can help you. And like I said, we're an example. Because of my son Anastato, who talks to every single human being he meets, which is a blessing. You know, we always are connecting with other businesses. We're always connecting with people that live in our neighborhood. I mean, he knows like everyone. So I'm just encouraging small businesses that you're not on an island. Please reach out to other businesses. okay, just so that you can stay afloat. Because, yes, small business is connected to your family and to your community. So, yes, always reach out.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. You already answered my next question, which is advice. So I guess we'll just go straight into the shout outs. Who would you guys like to shout out? People that have helped you on this journey, people that have helped support you. I know you already talked about being so well connected. So just shout out anybody you think that.
I'll shout out
like
to Peter, Chef Peter. Just amazing. I'm just thankful you're on this journey with us. To Charles, you've started on the journey before we even actually opened. Just thank you to Miss Ruth that has been on the journey with us before we even opened. To Mr. Ronnie, to Ron, I really, at this point, it's Christmas, and even though employees have come and gone, all of you that have helped us and started with us and worked with us from day one, I still continue to give God thanks for you, because coming down the journey, all of you helped us to get to this point.
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful. I'm very thankful. There's so many people in this community.
Yeah.
Really. I'm extremely grateful to the fire department.
Yes.
That, you know, it's what they do, and sometimes it's a thankless job, but know that we are extremely thankful for what you do. I'm thankful to our neighbors, thankful to the mayor, just all our elected officials that has reached out, that has sent us in certain directions, that has introduced us to people. And I'm thankful to every single person that has dropped something in our bucket. There's not enough words. And I think it's an encouragement to continue to work hard when we come back to just make it a better place for you to come and enjoy a meal. So thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Anybody else you would like to shout out?
I mean, she took everybody. So
She already took everybody.
I guess.
Shout out to everybody.
I guess for me, I'll go a different direction. I'm thankful to all those people, especially our staff, because the staff, no owner can do it by themselves.
Yeah.
Even though they run around and everything and try, but they can't. So I'm extremely, extremely thankful and consider ourselves blessed with the staff we have, past and present. Now, there are some community leaders out there. I would like to thank TFB Bank, especially Jason Lavender. He's like, hey, you should do this. Hey, there's this grant.
We love
do this.
Jason.
Yeah, I love Jason. But really, there's so many people. It's too many to list. I mean, like Miss Doreen Ravencroft, she came over and she was talking to me and she's crying. And like, it was like, when somebody starts crying, I hate to say it, I'm a crier. So if somebody starts crying, I start crying as well.
Me too.
And, you know, I already have soft eyes and, you know, people like my eyes and everything like that. But, yeah, I digress. No, everybody, like, you know, Miss Juanica, Miss Marilyn, our neighbors, especially our neighbors. I mean, we have a neighbor that's across the street. He has a messed up knee. And Victor, hey, somebody's on your property. I'll get a call. You know, I get a call, and he's like, you know, he's
checking on you.
Yeah, he's retired and everything like that, but he always, hey, did you hear about this? And it's good. I like to thank HEB and their staff. We get a lot of our ingredients from HEB. Yeah. We do get some ingredients from Houston and so on and so forth. NTO, Africa, actually, we get a good amount of ingredients from them.
That's cool.
But the reason I thank the HEB staff is because we go to HEB pretty much like every day, or I go to HEB pretty much every day, and I don't have to ask. Like, oh, you want 3 boxes of chicken? I don't have to ask. You need plantains? I don't have to ask. They kind of just do it, you know, and it's like, it's a blessing, because sometimes you go in the grocery, you could be there 2 hours, but if you can go in the grocery and go in and out, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think for me, it's really about the people that feel welcome in Tru Jamaica. because the motto of Jamaica is out of many, one people. And I think that you can go to many places in the United States to find this, but when you come to Tru Jamaica, you'll see that it's like all different races, all different ages, all different people from all walks of life. And I think I thank those people that feel adventurous to come in and have some Jamaican food.
Yeah.
And because I have some people that are seniors, I have some babies that come from Rappaport and, hey, can I have the jerk chicken? And it's like, you know, some heard, some read, some Googled, and they come through. And then all those people that have loved on us in our, you know, our reviews. And Corey is going to shoot me, but because he has that 1-star
One-star review.
Yeah, 1 star. He's been asking me forever. So we do get 1 stars, even though we have like, I guess, 2,500 5 stars. But really, those people that took the time to say, you know what, your food is really good. Your food put me in a good place. Like, some people talk to me more particularly and say, you know what, I lost my husband, or you know what, my dog died, or hey, my dog's going blind, which we're dog people. So, you know, I have 3 dogs right now, and it just breaks my heart when I hear about somebody's dog. But the thing I'll say is people tell stories and they feel welcome and comfortable in telling us those stories, because we kind of like, we don't hover, but we kind of gravitate to your table to see how you're doing kind of often.
Make
and
sure you're
in that
okay.
gravitation, when they say you're okay, some people don't just say, you know, yeah, the food is great, and yeah, it's been a long week. And once you start listening, sometimes you have to have that mindset to listen. And they let go, and you know, they share. It's like, I'm not a barber or a therapist or anything, but I do listen.
Food is therapy.
Yes.
Food is human.
Yes.
Human
Mark
connection.
Billy will say it's therapy too.
Yes.
But no, really, I'm really thankful for the people that have visited, and the people that have done reviews, and the people that speak highly of us, because word of mouth is the strongest thing. And we're just thankful for the Waco community, because in a whole, if I see you in the grocery store, hey, how's the restaurant? Hey, we're praying for you. And if I see you at like the dentist is like, hey, you know, I ordered some food from you last week. You know, it's very touching to see how many people we touch, but we're very thankful for the people that say, you know what, it's just not about the food, it's about the whole package, and we're thankful for that.
Oh, I love that so much. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on today, and again, just being a blessing, and I hope others can be a blessing to you as well. Give us all of your social media, where we can find you, where we can find updates, more information. Tell us all the things.
Facebook. Can I just say one more thing? You know, when you go through life's bumps in the road, I have to say that, yes, God has already prepared help and a way through. But for me, I've been on a journey where before me and my husband were planning to come to Waco, I lost my husband. But there are some people that has been around me and with me, and they've been in businesses, our family business, since they were little. So I have to say thank you to my son Aniceto, my daughter, Dr. Mercedes Charles Mujevich Jodic, my family that is still in Virginia, who was here this summer. I have to say thank you to all my family, because they've been just, you know, behind us and excited, and friends. I have to say thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it's so fantastic. And again, we're just so glad you guys are here, and just thank you guys, you know. I feel like I hope you guys get enough thank yous.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I mean, we're glad that you have this podcast. But
yes, and our social media.
Yeah, so our social media is pretty simple. It's at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's Tru, TRU, and Jamaica, all lowercase and one word. Then in reference to, if your spirit so calls you to donate, you can go to GoFundMe and look up Tru Jamaica Relief. And we're very thankful for everybody that's donated. Some of my coworkers called me this morning from my previous company, like, hey, we're going to donate. Yeah, so I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, the goal is 58,000 if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And you guys are already at like 18 as of this morning.
Yeah.
So in 1 week. So, you know, if anybody's out there that, again, feels so inclined, go donate. And again, just support these people and show up when it's time. So that's the best thing to do. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners today?
No, well, God bless Waco. Hey.
Yes.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys. And I'm just looking forward to next year and looking forward to the restoration. And I'll be following along with all the updates and everything, as I'm sure a lot of other Wacoans will be. So again, thank you guys.
All right. Well,
thank you.
Have
thank
a blessed
you.
day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a blessed day.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.